Hello and welcome to the Sunday night stream. We're still playing Factorio. How's it going? Sunny Deity. Little odd. Welcome, welcome. I do want to start off by showing that I did add loaders to both sides of the train track in a couple of places. Hey, there goes a rocket. In between streams. I did it at the end of the last stream while I was waiting for some videos to process, so I wanted to make sure that I showed this off so it'll be on the VOD. But it does help the train load a little bit faster because I am concerned with the train getting back to the station often enough or fast enough. So one of the last things that we could really do to optimize it before we have to start looking at possibly having another train. I have not fished in Red Dead yet. No, in fact, I haven't had a chance to play Red Dead for the last couple of weeks. But again, that'll probably be one that I pick back up after I finish Subnautica. As for Factorio, yeah, the copper train still loads from one side. It's just the iron train. Oh, this has been doing a weird anyway. I guess it doesn't really matter because the drills that were up here are already gone. Again, we have the mod that automatically marks those for destruction once they no longer have any ore underneath them. Let's check over here really quick too, just to see if there's anything. I think you were with me until the end of the last episode, so nothing happened on that beyond the stream on Wednesday. So we'll pick that back up on Wednesday of this week. Let's see, where do we want, where do we want to start today? Because we had a couple of projects that we were working on. We're working on optimizing science, and there were a couple of things that we needed. Let's go check on that. We're kind of wing it territory right now and just pick up what needs to be done. We still have to do our rainbow train. That was one that we pushed off till today. We could start on it. We haven't finished all of the science over here. We did get most of it started. We have blue. Then we're coming up here. We went vertical with this and then over for purple. And purple's hold up right now was steel production. That's what I remember now. That's why we were working on the trains last, because we wanted to make sure that we got the iron ore in to steel manufacture. Let's see if that's picked up some. It doesn't look like it's made it here yet, but also I haven't sat around and waited. So this is like we just started right back up ever since, like right after I did those upgrades. So more steel could be making its way, but we could also possibly improve this. When the sunbeam blew up, that happened right before you joined in the last, in the Subnautica stream. Okay, so we have another wave coming in here. So it does have the same issue where it does go dry for a bit. We're processing more than we're bringing in, so we do have to think about getting more raw ore in. Now we do have this patch right here. We could bring some of that into our steel production and go ahead and start eating into this patch. I kind of like that idea. Let's go with the super efficient blueprint that we have in the Nihilist Basin of book. Yeah, there it is. Let's make sure that we don't overlap any other kinds of minerals, though. That overlaps a little bit of stone. We could go... Yeah, that's outputting up, which is fine. Alright. To actually think the game was about to end, or to think something was going to happen. I'm not really sure. I mean, we could talk more about Subnautica another time, though. I want to kind of focus on Factorio tonight. But no, I didn't think it was about to end or anything, because I knew that there was still plenty of technology that we needed to research. I'm loving the game so far. Let's see, if we put this here, that'll get it really close to that copper line. And we may just need to clean up some of those. Technically, this might work. We just need to clean up a little bit of this too. Like, we don't need that. We don't need that. And then these over here. Alright, so we have all these coming out. How many lines do we have? We have one. Okay, so these actually did connect. Let's go ahead and put those back on. We have 1, 2, 3. And that needs to come out right here. All of these need to have like an upward spout. And we don't have any pointing to the left. I have a series on No Man's Sky. We went for a few streams of No Man's Sky. You can check that out in the VODs if you want to see that one, but that's a fun game too. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So let's do this. Let's do a 7 to 2. It's an odd one, but let's put a 7 to 2 balancer right here. Yeah, and then we'll take the 2 over and pump it directly into steel production. We'll see if that helps. Let's bring all of these up to here. Well, maybe up that high. Have I played since Beyond? I think I played right after Beyond came out. I could be wrong. I do get some of the titles confused. Do we have 8 and not 7? No, we do have. We counted right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah. All right, let's do this. Let's take that over. We can bring that straight up and in. Then that over. Yep. Some of these are not needed. Do you have power from these? You do. I'm gonna take those out. Beyond was good. Like, all of the updates that it's been getting, I've been super appreciative of, because I'm still in the camp of people who are very critical. I wasn't in the boycotting group, but I was in the group of people who are very critical to not meeting promises. You don't make, promises to consumers and then not follow through. Or rather, they followed through, but you don't make promises to consumers in order to get them to, like, pre-order your product, and then it's just not there at launch. So that's something that I'll always stand behind. I didn't even stream the game. I didn't want to check it out until it actually had what they had promised. And so I do feel like they have included most of what was promised now. And it took them a little while. I mean, so I will give them, for what that's worth, I'll give them some kudos for that. It is a fun game. And so in that it is still a fun game, that makes it worth playing. His name is actually Mr. Miyagi. Alright, we'll see if we can squeeze these in here. And then we'll combine them right over here. So we'll do one here. Well, that's a little over. There we go. One there. Hey, Blitz. How's it going? Yeah, we were talking about No Man's Sky. But I love a good sci-fi space exploration game. Still, you know, still have high hopes for some stuff coming out this year, so we'll see. Hopefully plenty more to stream. Let's get these prioritized. We'll do an input priority on the right. And then hopefully we use what's in the patch first. What speed are we getting these? Are they staying? They are. Well, this isn't. That's fine. They go into a balancer. I might check it out. Like, I understand where he's coming from, but so I believe what we have coming in here, yeah, it does reach the end. So let's take, I mean, we could honestly take steel production and do something wacky with it. We could actually probably bend it up here. I don't really want to take it over across the water. Let's see. Take out these. This song always weirds me out with all the kids in the background. It's also called Searching in the Mountains. I don't know what's up with that. But we could take these, we could turn. Rotate. Turn it upward like that. Essentially take those out. Oh, we have to wait a minute till the robots aren't busy. Too many sound effects in this one. Skip. Yeah, no, like I said, I understand if he's like an introvert and everything. The main issue that I have with him is, or I don't even have an issue with him as a person, but the issue that I have is the promises that were made to consumers before the game came out. And he may have been pressured to do it, and his story might be that he felt pressure to do it, but like, there's a lesson to be learned there on his part and, you know, on consumers' part. I guess this bend isn't going to work exactly like I thought it would, but we can kind of make it happen. Oh yeah, let's get a paste in here. No, no, no. It's more like that. You need to move. Oh yeah, this is a much more peaceful song. Big sound. We went from random kids screaming to the land of the Ewoks real quick. There we go, we'll do that. When the game got delayed, he received a lot of death threats, and there was extreme pressure to get the game released. So what I'm assuming is they weren't finished. Team of 6 people, and it just wasn't finished. Yeah, I know. I mean, they have lots of reasons for it, but I mean, that's where they, in my opinion, should have said, okay, the game's not finished. Be honest with the consumer. That's all they had to do. Ah. There we go. And this one can come over just a little bit past where power is going to be. Bring it up. Well, bring it over here. then up here. This one can come back. Ah, I'm setting it at an angle. It's throwing me off. There we go. Let's get power in here. Okay, now we can carry this a little bit further. We didn't completely optimize it in the first place, but again, real estate's not really a problem for us. More like geography in the direction of the land. Right? Yeah, death threats and things like that over a game release are just ridiculous. Of course, you know, there's something to be said for, like, you know, most of the time they're nothing. They're just meant to try to get their way and terrorize people. But, you know, you don't want to be... It's scary because you don't want to be in that situation where, you know, someone actually does something. That being said, though, it's not like someone was holding his game hostage. Let's see, so our product is actually still making it all the way to the end here. Or our ore, rather. Let's see how saturated this gets by the end. Not a lot, actually. So I'm thinking for these, if I remember correctly, these don't take productivity modules, right? Or they do. But we should do speed. I think. Correct me if I'm wrong, but we should go with speed. And we should probably up our module manufacturing. Because we've only got 10. Joe Danger. Is that the game where you're like a stunt man? I mean, the internet, the main issue with the internet right now is the thing that's also part of what made it great. It's the ability to connect so quickly and freely. It's great. But also it comes packaged with anonymity and people who hide behind fake names or, you know, screen names. It's innocent half the time. It's innocent most of the time even. But people who feel like they're protected by anonymity say things that they would never say in person. And it, you know, they feel free. They feel like they're exercising a right of free speech when in fact they're not privy to the consequences that you would have if you were in public and doing that. Because there are always consequences. Oh, Joe Danger was what they worked on before No Man's Sky. So it's blue circuit production, and blue circuit production is stymied by red circuit production. It's all a big chain reaction. So we could optimize this a lot more. We could carve out a whole column, like this one here, and restructure it. I think I'd like to grab a blueprint of a better way to do this. Let's listen to this slow saxophone jazz for a second. While I go over to Factorio prints and see what I can find. Let's see here. And I have to hope that it keeps up with the version 17 recipes, which I don't know if red circuits changed in 17 or not. I played No Man's Sky VR for like 5 minutes. I didn't dislike it, I should say. I had like a whole list of games I wanted to try and make sure they worked in VR. I was like, yep, that's No Man's Sky. And then I switched over to something else. So I really should give that another shot. It did seem like the UI was really well thought out in VR. Red Circuit. What do we have here? It says it's 17 compatible. Blueprint contains compact tileable factory section. To produce red circuits, it needs a copper belt and a shared plastic green circuit belt as input. And that's kind of what we have already. It looks like it's twice as tall as what we're currently working with. So this might be an issue with our iron patch down here. So we may have to extend our feeder belts over just a little bit and cut into this area, which I'm fine with. Let's get these trees out of here. And we'll kind of expand into this little area down here. Watch for any electric poles we might have. Oh, nice. Yeah, I never got to the point where I had the spaceship yet. I just walked around in the first mission. So that's really cool. All right, so let's see. We'll take this iron belt, cut it, bring it down. Give as much room as we can. We'll cut this over. Nope, a little too low. There we go. Bring it over here. Pick these up. I love it when they fan out like that. We are missing a chunk right here, but if our factory goes over that, I don't really mind it that much. We'll just have to keep that in mind. Cool, pull that out. You're all right, boy. Okay, so we got that loaded in. Let's go ahead and take this out. In fact, let's go ahead and cut the feeder belts. Gotta be careful that we don't eat into this, which we shouldn't. I'm gonna let them go ahead and use up a lot of this material that's on here. Oh, many of them won't because they just don't have. Gotcha. Let's let them have some more of that and let them use up all the copper. It's mostly the green circuits that they were running out of. Yes. You know what? I'm good. We'll go ahead and queue up taking it out. Might take them a minute to clean up the stuff on the ground, but I'm good with it. This is the output. They went a little bit faster than I thought they would. That's good. And we're just filling up our inventory with copper plates. There we go. Yeah, they'll come take them away. All right, so this blueprint that I'm seeing. Oh, okay. So the image that was shown that I thought would be what came out on the blueprint was 6 of these. So I think we'll fill this space still, but we might actually be able to squeeze some into this row right here as well. Let's see, where's the input? They're coming from the right. Let me zoom in on this image over here just to make sure that I get a good look at it. Okay, so it's right side up. We have green circuits and plastic coming in from that top left belt, and we have copper. Where's the copper coming in at? Copper's coming in to an underground belt that you could barely see. Is that right? Kind of. No, it's coming into the bottom left belt. Okay. So, sure. It also outputs to the right. I could have it loop back around and then feed back in this way, and we could get rid of this column here as well. So let's just see how well this works out for us. Go ahead and put this, well, we'll give some space over here in case we need to move some stuff around. We'll put this here. We'll go ahead and upgrade it as well. Once it's down, I'm gonna copy it so we get a special blue version. Lower price. Lower the price of the highlighted messages from 100. That seems pretty low already. Okay, so I've copied that. Now what we're looking at here, get closer. It's weird, it's like when I click away, it wants to minimize itself. Let's open it in a new tab. There we go. Zoom in, zoom in. All right, so this belt that we're standing on right here needs to have green circuits and plastic brought to it, and it's essentially this. I'm going to go ahead and bring it 1. We may have to split this line later. That just runs straight through there. This line here that goes underneath this right here, that needs to be copper. It's very interesting. I'm going to just pull in the straight copper line. Go ahead and clean this up with copper on both sides, because I think that's how that's meant to be. It's also red, so I'll probably upgrade a lot of this too. We still haven't run down like upgrading the entire line, but just gonna make sure I'm upgrading what's coming off the belt here. We didn't need it before. How much energy does it take to scream a message? To scream it? I don't know. Used to be a moderator on a stream, and I said bad words. And you got a ban? Well, avoid that on mine. I mean, you could stick around if you know. Don't be too odd, little odd. Just be a little odd. Okay, copper in here. Looks like it's copper through the middle. Interestingly, it's like you have to tile this so that these can get power on this side. Looking at the bottom, this also needs to be green circuits and plastic. And this is output? It is. So I don't need that one, but it'll connect. So you need to do this. That's a little weird. But now I should be able to paste these. Let's make sure this works. No, sorry. Don't take requests for becoming a mod, at least not right now. Seems like it's working for these, and then these just need power. Let's add in just one of these